Prima.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the grand final of the Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality 16. I welcome you guys. This is 1nspire versus LowLandLions Ice. I'm not quite sure what is still the case, but I'm pretty sure it is already 2-0 for LowLandLions, just because they had, of course, the winner's seat from the winners bracket.
Yeah.
So they already got the 1-0 in the best of 5, but because of the delay, it might be just a straight 2-0 for LowLandLions already, because 1nspire didn't manage to make it in time.
Yeah, there were some issues, of course, this morning already, because we were supposed to play at 9 a.m., but there was some delay with both technical issues and players showing up a bit late. So they are playing today for 1,200 euros in cash money, and on top of that, some nice gear prizes provided by Trust. I think they have a 7.1 headset and a nice speaker set as well on top of that. So we are already into champion selects, and bans have gone through already. So we have Darius, Olaf, and Malphite banned out by 1nspire, and LowLandLions choosing to ban out Fiora, Jackson, and Relia. So a heavy force on Morsu. They are trying to put him down.
Well, not only that, but all 6 bans are aimed towards the top lane. So no Juggernauts, no Olaf running in the background, no possible Malphite messing up into the team fights, having these unstoppable forces. But we do see that Elise has slipped through and is now first pick worthy. So they do go for that. Braum is also still available if they just want like one of these safe supports that doesn't really give away any type of composition. So maybe we actually see that Braum coming out.
Yeah, we have seen Braum played a lot. Of course, Lulu is also open. But the thing is, I mean, last time around they were banning out Kirai, but I think they have noticed after that winners bracket final that banning out Kirai doesn't work. So trying to mix it up a bit, maybe see if they can put the top laner on the back foot, and hopefully Morsu is able to carry them in this game.
Yes, and it will be the ultimate test for the top laners, because there are not many top laners left over from all these bans. We do see a Shen come out, which can still be a possible flex pick for support.
Yeah.
We have not really seen it lately, but okay, that does secure the Shen top lane then. So it is actually going to be the Braum. So we already see some form of skirmish or team fight composition. Maybe protect the Juggernaut. Not as well, or the Juggernaut, the Juggernaut, something like that, just a hyper carry, because Shen shields will be pretty strong coming into this fight.
Yeah, so they have a couple more extra shields in there. I would have liked to see another Thresh game of Shashika's, because he looked amazing yesterday on it, but it's going to be a Braum, overall pretty strong pick, and pretty safe as well. So we're going to see what 1nspire is going to pick up here to counter that.
Yeah, they might be picking up the Tristana here, of course. Tristana heavily favored as the AD carry as of now. Good late game scaling, also does pretty well in laning phase overall. Also is still effective against the Braum, because you can just pop down the explosive shot and then just like stack it up anyway, and then just when the shield expires, then it will still deal damage. But they do not go for the Tristana themselves. They go for a more pick/hard engage composition with the Severe and the Nautilus.
Yeah, so of course Sivir on the hunt, pretty powerful in engaging onto the enemy team, and Nautilus hasn't been picked as a support as we have seen so far. But it has been a pretty, flexible pick as of late. Not so much in the jungle anymore, but he is pretty strong still as a support. So it's going to be interesting how Norb is going to play it.
Also, he can be in the top lane. I mean, it has been played before quite sometimes. He gets really, really tanky, still has a good amount of damage, so Nautilus will still not entirely give it away. In what position it will be played, most likely going to be support, of course. But we do see Sliver picking up his signature champion, the Jinx.
Yeah.
As well for Kirai, Rek'Sai.
Yeah, comfort picks overall for LowLandLions here. So they'll be happy to take those champions and go into the Rifts in a couple minutes. And 1nspire doing a bit of trolling, I guess. Hovering over the Teemo here. Morsu playing Yasuo is a possibility though.
Yes, it's one of these few champions that he does play a lot, and still in that carry style trend that he does play in the top lane. Can still go mid lane, however, depending on what the Teemo will turn into, unless it is actually going to be a Teemo, but I do doubt that. So we have to see Victor though is also still very viable pick, pretty safe still. but there might be a possible Janna counter pick going into that, just purely for the counter, and also it will be effective in a double split push composition.
Oh,
Poppy!
Poppy coming
Is
out.
that really going to be the Poppy, actually? What do you think? Is it actually going to be the Poppy, or is it actually going to be a placeholder?
No, surely. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It would be kind of something that Morsu would maybe play. We'll have to see in a couple minutes. If they stop the champion select, we'll know quite soon. But
yeah, I've not seen Poppy for ages, but I guess it would still suit him very well. Of course, Poppy can still split push herself, even if two people come. She can just use her ultimate in order to like ignore all the damage and the CC they can do to you, and then just purely go for one target instead. So you can still buy a lot of time for your team to get the split push down. But we've seen before, LowLandLions has been effectively stopping the split push from Morsu with playing a double TP composition of their own. But indeed, we do see a remake going on right now. And let me just ask what Poppy is. It's always nice to know that we know what these what these replacements are.
disappointing here. Maybe it's just a client bug. Who knows?
Was it client bug then? Well, now we know. Come on, guys. I'm not saying that Poppy is not viable. It's just like Poppy normally is used for a placeholder, okay? No, because it's just weird that these clients really have these client bugs very, very often. Like, it's something with this patch, I don't know. I hope that they will be able to fix that soon. But indeed, a LeBlanc last pick for LowLandLions.
Let's see if we're going to get a spelling battle here with the bands, though. Going for Z's and A's and B's, unfortunately.
So what do you think about that LeBlanc pickup in the mid lane?
Yeah, so he's up against the Victor. We saw a LeBlanc yesterday. Was it? Q? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think we've only seen Diana into the Victor.
So, once again, I kind of would like to see ganks going on that mid lane, because once the LeBlanc gets rolling, we'll be able to put down easy ganks on both bottom and top lane. So I wonder if Kirai is going to get Cosq rolling here in this finals matchup. And there we have it locked in. So it is going to be the Poppy. So it was just a client bug. And I'm going to be excited to see the Poppy play out here.
Yeah, we've not seen it for quite a while. I mean, she has a good mix of AP and AD damage as well, because of course her Q does give that additional AP damage. So I'm wondering if he will go like a more bruiser style or a more tanky style, maybe, or like full carry, full on damage. Well, there's Morsu, so why am I even asking? It's Morsu.
I was just going to say that. I mean, he's always going to want to carry, so we'll have to see how he's going to do up in his top lane against the Shen, which is sort of difficult because Shen has a lot of abilities to shield himself and heal back up any damage that Morsu is doing to him. But maybe he won't be familiar with this matchup of Shen against Poppy. Maybe he will struggle here.
Well, I would say that Poppy can still bully out a Shen, but the thing is that Poppy, she uses mana, where Shen uses energy, right? So it's hard for her to out-sustain a Shen, and I think that's also one of the win conditions for Lenny to actually win that matchup, unless there will be a lane swap coming out, of course. Might be possible, because Severe Nautilus pretty hard lane to deal with. However, Sliver, of course, really comfortable on the Jinx, and just because his Braum is just perfectly fine. I mean, he prefers all these hooking champions. We've seen his Blitzcrank, we've seen his Thresh, does really well on it, but instead does go for the Braum, more peel style carry, I suppose, and also more into the front line. Just to get like the concussive blows down, the extra stuns, get the knockups, and just slow people all over the place. But would you maybe think it would actually be a lane swap in that case?
I'm kind of guessing that LowLandLions would prefer it here, but I think they do it a lot actually, because they do like the double jungle routes. So does Inspire, but Inspire, they tend to go for the 5-man stack, invade into blue buff or red buff, depending on the side of the map, and get the deep wards down behind the secondary turret to have vision on what kind of lane setup the enemy team is going to be running. So Perhaps they get spotted. I wonder if they can pull it off, but maybe we'll get the Australian lanes once again. Have the bottom lanes both in top lane.
Everything upside down.
Yeah.
So, what about this mid lane? How would this mid lane matchup fare? I mean, it's a Victor against the LeBlanc. The Victor having a lot of wave clear, but LeBlanc having a lot of single target damage. So, would there be a lot of focus there?
The thing is, though, I kind of think that if Koski plays it right, he can dodge out the laser from Victor, and at the same time put down some extra damage down onto Victor. So it's going to be a highly mechanical lane, I think, and it will depend who's going to who's going to win the trades there. And of course, the ganks are going to be pretty important. Elise, pretty early ganker, so is Rek'Sai, and which one of them is going to put the best pressure down? But once again, I mean, the top lane is going to be pretty important as well. So I'm hoping to see a good level 2 or level 3 gank, and hopefully a clash of both junglers in the same lane. That would be pretty fun.
Indeed, that would be pretty fun. Like, maybe we will see some counter ganks going on just to stop any possible snowball from either of the teams. And again, it's interesting to see that Cosq is playing with teleport again.
Yeah.
This is what LowLandLions does. I don't know if they specifically do this against Inspire, because I think we only actually casted them when they were facing Inspire.
Yeah, we did one of the pool phase matches, I think. Or I did.
I think you did, because you did some solo casting for a while, since I was doing some interviews every now and then. But indeed, this is what LowLandLions does against Inspire. You just go for a double teleport composition, having the teleport running into the mid lane too, just to be able to always deal with Morsu in any way possible, because you'll always have at least one guy having a teleport, maybe have two teleports in at the same time if it's going to be like a huge fight and game deciding. But then the split push utility that Morsu then has is not as effective. So, and I then wonder, is Morsu maybe going to look into a more team fight oriented or like a team utility way of doing things this time?
I haven't seen him play that way at all, though, so it would be nice for a change not to see him split pushing all day long in either top or bottom lane. But here we are onto the Rift for this final matchup. It's already 2-0 for LowLandLions, so Inspire are on the back foot. They need to make a good play here and get a good start off to get maybe a victory, but we have the pause, unfortunately, right here at the start.
Yes, indeed. Like, let's see if there are no technical issues with the PCs, because of course the PCs just got flashily set up onto the stage, so we'll just have to see if everything is working correctly, and I would not be surprised if there is like a small technical issue. But I already see a ready call coming out on your screen. We already saw a little bit of the old chat by the players wishing everyone good luck and have fun, but just for viewing experience I'm turning that one off, and I'll just peek on your monitor for the chat.
Yeah, just in case we'll have some information if something goes wrong. So are stacking up here in the red buff for LowLandLions, maybe expecting that 5-man group invade into the red buff. But Inspire playing it safe, doing like a full line setup here alongside the river to make sure that LowLandLions doesn't get any deep wars in.
Indeed, they're not looking for any level 1 shenanigans themselves. The water do pop out on that pixel brush just to see if they will be doing any type of late invade. I do see both Sliver and Jesuicaz though in this top side, and maybe we might see that lane swap coming out. Lenny just helping out on the double jungle route, because Kirai will be starting from this top side on the Grugs. So it is Inspire not able to actually spot this lane swap.
Yeah, so this time, no idea for them to know about this, but will Morsu maybe predict it and go for double jungle here with Kadir?
Well, Morsu would probably be forced to actually do a little bit of double jungling. Also went for the Doran's Blade first with the potion, and he will surely get, because the body system now, how you do it is where you just take the Gromp XP or the double Grog XP just to get the level 2 for your top laner, and then you also give a leash on the buff itself just for your jungler to start off. So I'm also looking to get more potions on top of that Dawn's Blade, so good amount of sustain as well for offensive stats. But look at Jusvikaz trying to delay this blue buff, does go for the hit onto Morsu. Morsu stuns Jusvikaz into the wall. Can they chase them down? Because this is Poppy, very mana heavy, almost out of mana already. One more auto attack will proc the concussive blows, but this is great from Jusvikaz, delaying this blue buff, and it will be LowLandLions finishing off their red buff right now while they're still stuck on this blue buff. Jusvikaz still not done with this yet. Can they actually turn around to Jusvikaz? Like, he's not letting them, he's just saying no, stop, don't do it.
That's a huge delay here, but meanwhile Kirai already on heading towards his second buff, heading towards a blue buff. So oh man, Jusvikaz doing a great job of delaying both Morsu and Kadir.
Might be looking for Morsu anyway, just to delay
the
recall.
He's going for it again.
He does find him though, so... Wait, what? Hold on. Is that intentional, where the shield of the turret will make you able to recall? Is that a thing? I actually did not know that was a thing. If that's actually the thing, I'm not quite sure if that's intended. Anyway, let's continue on with this. Now Kirai and Lenny both in this bot side of the jungle, and not the jungle of the map, and it will be Lenny able to pick up most of the farm already, where Morsu is still stuck into the jungle. We saw earlier Kadir going straight for the red buff instead of doing another camp in between, because he has to keep up with the jungle route of the enemy jungler in order to have the same type of pressure.
Yeah, so right now they're opting to put Jinx solo in the top lane. It's going to be up against Morsu, has a level up on him, and it should be okay-ish for now. Wave is pushing towards him, so pretty well done by him by freezing it correctly there.
Indeed. He will just be catching all of that farm, just going for that late game Jinx that they do like. Morsu, however, he might still have some form of kill pressure in this top lane just because he has that Doran's Blade, so we have to see about that. The traps do come out from Sliver in order to zone Morsu out. Bun gets like a couple auto attacks here and there. Jusvikaz now joining in this top lane too. Death Rip does get chained up, but no further follow-up from Koskyu.
Yeah, Kirai hanging around this mid lane, trying to sit in that Wraith camp and wants to get over the wall, maybe get a gank down here onto Death Rip.
It's going to be the 2v2. Kirai does not get the knock-up barrier, does come out from Death Rip, was also forced to flash. Teleport comes out into the mid lane from Lenny. Koskyu though, that is the wrong Koskyu, that is the mirror image. Koskyu able to flash away from Morsu, but Morsu might regret this one. First blood for LowLandLions, but Koskyu does go down in the meantime. Kadir though, caught in between a rock and a hard place. Heal comes out from Gillis, will be able to keep Kadir alive, and Jusvikaz also does go down. Lenny flashes, goes for the auto attack, but how long can he survive? Gravity Field will not stun him, does slow him though. One more auto attack will be a double kill for Gillis, and this is a 4 for 2 in this mid lane.
Massive skirmish there, and Sliver still in that top lane, pushing the wave down. But his team is now so far behind, 4 for 2 there, and about 700 gold lead, so well played by 1nspire to get that lead there, even though it was looking a bit grim for them at the start of that one.
Yeah, at first it looked like LowLandLions had the counter gank there. They just completely saw that one coming. Maybe not completely saw that one coming, but at least they had the upper hand. They had the first engage, so they had more kill pressure on them. But it was a great turnaround from 1nspire, able to roam down this mid lane and still get the 4 for 2. So this is a great start for them.
Oh, they're gonna look for Morsu here. Braum and Raxa are coming up, but Morsu feels it coming.
Oh yeah, Morsu is not where he wants to be. He doesn't have his flash, so he cannot flash on his turret. Does get stunned up there. See Channing Smite. 1 or 2 more attacks should do the trick. Zap does not land, gets blocked by a minion. I'm not quite sure if LowLandLions actually saw that one coming, so MVP minion right there. But there's the Super Mega Death Rocket taking that one, and they will be pushing this top lane turret.
Go for the style points there. I mean, they could have waited for the wave and have like 1 or 2 other attacks, but Super Mega Death Rocket doing the job right there. And Koskyu meanwhile trying to trade a Victor on mid lane, but it looks like LowLandLions is going to get this top lane turret. Yes, they will, because another minion wave will be coming in here, so that's going to give them at least a bit of gold back, and will put them back into the lead at least. So LowLandLions doing a good job crawling back from that early deficit.
Indeed. Maybe Slifer just did like a cheeky trick where it's like, yes, okay, I'm going for the zap. I scared you, didn't I? I was gonna hit a minion. Anyway, that rip does get chained up. he is definitely feeling that pressure in the mid lane. Like, he's behind in farm. LeBlanc being it's not really considered a good counter pick or solo pick, but Morsu, however, indeed caught again in this top lane. It's not where he wants to be. The zap does not land. There's the flash though for the traps, but Morsu just walks around them very casually, like nothing ever happened. However, Norb trying to chase his teammate, but it might cost his life. Gerard does get pushed back. Can he escape? One more attack. There's the Repel. There's the last hit from Kadir, but Kadir might go down himself, or maybe not. Sliver pretty low on mana. There's a max range hook from Norb, and that's a double kill for Inspire.
Excellent hook by Norb there, catching. Oh man, catching Sliver at the end of it. So in the end, a pretty good trade once again from Inspire. The LowLandLions were trying to pick on Morsu, but this time he had more backup, and they were able to save his life and get a couple kills in return.
Yes, and also Deathrip now just farming in his mid lane, trying to catch up on a bit of that farm. He's already sitting on one upgrade of his Hackstack core, which will give him the laser, which is always the way to go. I mean, extra damage on laser, always nice to have. Norb though is delayed from his recall. I don't think he was paying attention there on that ward. But Kirai now taking his blue buff, not blue buff, his red buff. Blue buff did respawn from Inspire though, so that one will be taken too after Kadir has taken his red buff and just donate that one to Deathrip. But Deathrip has to be careful though, because there are two guests coming into his lane.
They're looking around here, but Vision Ward will spot them out, so Deathrip should be staying safe here right now. But I mean, it's just because it's making it his life's work to be as annoying as possible.
Oh, Coscu does go in, he does get the chain. There is the proc. Deathrip dropping really low. Chaos Storm comes out, but it will not be enough to save his life. Unfortunately, that Chaos Storm doesn't heal himself, so he does go down, and that is another kill pickup for LowLandLions, so 6-4 in kills. They are actually ahead in gold just because they got that turret already and are doing more in farming, trying to pressure this turret, but they will not have enough minion power in order to push this one.
Yeah, so stacking up into that mid lane, they'll want to get the LeBlanc rolling already, if they can, but unfortunately, he's just going to get the assist, but nevertheless, it should give him some extra cash into his pocket, and maybe will allow him to solo, but now they are looking for the bottom lane here. Sivir all alone under the turret.
Yeah, he does have a spell shield, so if the timing is correct, they can spell shield the knockup, but there is the flash, and the on the hunt just to be able to run away from this. Shen ult was being popped too, so Lenny does join into this lane, a 5-man bottom lane right now. They're hammering onto the turret. Maybe they have an opportunity to actually go for Dragon afterwards, because they didn't manage to get the dive, and on the hunt is down, flash is down for Jill, so they did get a reasonable good amount of pressure in this bottom lane.
Yeah, they had to pop some summoners as well though, so they're going in for Gillis.
Coscu is going in. There's the flash knockup. Super Mega Deathlock doing a lot of damage just to peel for Lenny, bringing him low enough in order for Lenny to pick up that one kill. So they do catch Jill's. Heal is also burned. Maybe should have saved that one for later, but that is 2 summoners down for him. Still does get caught out. They do not decide to go for the dragon. They just take this victory. It's like, okay, we got the kill pickup, we got the turret, now it's time to recall.
Yeah, I mean, good job by LowLandLions acknowledging that what's the name? Jills is out of summoners. Oh well, he was out of his flash. So Kira flashing in there, getting the knockup. So great pickup, and they get another turret for themselves, bringing the gold lead to 2,000 already. And now they are setting up for this dragon. They're gonna get the Scuttle Crab.
Or will they? Oh, nope. Norb does not get the steal. Kirai will still take this one. You don't really want to smite the Scuttle Crab down if Dragon is going to be up fairly soon. Well, it is up, or at least contested. Nice stun onto Kirai, but Norb is still caught up, does get slowed down by the zap. There's the concussive blows, and it will be just recast, taking the credit for that kill. 1, 1, and 4, so far he's been part of 5 of these 6 kills, so he is having a lot of presence in this game.
He's actually part of 6 of the 6 kills, because he has 1 kill and 5 assists.
No, he has 4 assists, doesn't he?
Oh, you were talking about Kiro, weren't you?
Yeah, no, I was talking about just recast.
Okay, my apologies. It feels early still, but oh my god, Kadir stealing that dragon away from LowLandLions.
But will it cost his life? That's the question. Zap does not land, so no soul to him, but does get knocked up. Super Mega Deathlock just in case, if Kadir had enough damage in order to burst Kirai down. So great steal from him. But where did the smite go then? Maybe Kirai went for that early smite by the looks of it. It is on cooldown, so I actually wonder where he used it.
I didn't spot it, so perhaps he didn't even have it back. They might have thought that they had enough pressure to just take it for free. But Kadir having nothing of that, he steals it away. However, he did give away another kill, so that puts more gold into the pockets of LowLandLions. Plus the buff right now isn't that effective, because it is of course a percentage buff. So I wonder if that's really worth it at this time. Maybe for later on, we'll have to see. But are gonna be holding on to their inner turrets, because have been losing a couple so far. Only the mid lane outer turret still standing, but only by a sliver of health. And meanwhile in the bottom lane they have a skirmish going on.
Yeah, rap hole from Elise does come out, but will it be enough? He's running away, but does go down towards that Vorpal Blade from Lenny. Lenny is 4-1-0. He is one fat Shen.
Oh, top lane.
Oh, even in top lane.
Never mind.
No, nothing in top lane.
Sorry,
Good.
my bad.
Then I can stick in this bottom lane just because forced to flash away from the hook. Now Morsu had the home guard. Wait, no, he didn't have the home guard. He just dashed towards a minion. So it looked like he had a huge speed up from the home guard, which will not be the case. But Morsu, he blew his teleport for pretty much nothing.
Yeah. They did manage to protect the turret though, so no chance for LowLandLions to get some extra gold in there. And what was happening actually on the top side was that both Kirai and Kosku were stealing away the blue buff. I actually thought that I saw Morsu in the middle of them.
Well, still action-packed. Stealing blue buff.
So.
Quite some effort. And you always got that risk that you will get called out if you go for such a buff. But indeed, always good to call if there's another fight going on, because, you know, 4 eyes is better than 2.
Yeah. Especially when those 4 eyes have slept like 3 hours.
Yes, that's indeed a very good point. Kosku did get stunned up, so great reaction from Kadir. Not getting called out by that LeBlanc. Morellonomicon already acquired, so good amount of AP, cooldown reduction, and magic regen right there. Skullcrab being contested, not as much though, so it will go into the hands of 1nspire, and they got the control so far. Morso though might overstep a little bit. He does have his ultimate available, so he might go for this one. Does not go, but does use that zoning power, just the threat of that ultimate.
Yeah, I think that LowLandLions kind of wants to wait for Shen ultimate to come back before they go for another skirmish, trying to catch him off guard, thinking that they could get a kill and then coming in with the Shen ulti, putting a shield down. But here, 1nspire trying to get some pressure onto this mid lane turret, but no more minions available, so starting to back off here.
Good communication from LowLandLions. No Shen ultimate, so we have to wait for that one to stand unite. We cannot be standing united if it's on cooldown, so they just patiently wait that one out instead. We'll just be holding the mid turret for now. Lenny is in the top lane and still has his teleport, so maybe can still make some teleport play. Look at that, Glacial Fissure onto Jill. Jill's dropping reload, forced to heal, but it will be Death Rip going down first. He got completely blown up by the Super Mega Death Rocket. They get the kill the turret, and now they're looking to push in another wave into the inner turret. Chain does go down. Kosku does get binded up and gets so low, but the heal is there to save him. Norb goes down to just because support of the battle of the supports, I mean, and now Morsu dropping low, forced to use the ultimate. Okay, cannot go for the dive, but they have a huge mini wave in order to push down this tier 2 in the mid lane, so LowLandLions coming on top again in this fight.
Yeah, they're gonna get this one secondary turret, but Morsu luckily able to save his life with his ultimate using it a Braum and being able to dodge all that damage. But once again, nice play there by Kirai, getting the knock up first onto the Victor, and Kosku finishing that one off, I believe. No, he did get an assist once again, so it was actually Sliver who finished him off with the Super Mega Death Rocket.
Indeed, 4-1-4. I mean, kills on both LeBlanc and Jinx is good. Jinx is just like more reliable late game, but LeBlanc would be like the more assassination type of doing things. And what do you think? Like, would the kills be worth more on the Jinx or on the LeBlanc?
Right now, if LeBlanc would be getting the kills, they would have a bigger mid-game spike. They would maybe be able to pressure some picks even more. Because as we have seen, Kosku has quite a bit of damage, but not able to fully combo a champion down from 100 to 0. But then again, Sliver is now able to push down turrets even quicker with the Infinity Edge and parts of the Static Shift completed.
And so second item power spike will be achieved soon by Sliver, and it's just Severe sitting on only the Infinity Edge. Now LowLandLions looking to push this mid lane out. Dragon will be respawning in 35 seconds, starting to ward up, and it's a nice duo lane. They always go hand in hand into the enemy jungle too, like a true duo lane should do. Get the walls down, get the pressure, vision control, and see if they can get a free dragon out of that.
Yeah, they are going to stack here on the bottom lane this time. Shen doesn't have his CP up, but he does have his ultimate this time. So they are able to look for a dive maybe. They're trying to clear out walls and set up for a pick here. Cosq in that bush, safely waiting. But 1nspire having none of it. They're staying safe behind the turret. And
oh, Kadir, not quite sure if you want this. As the distortion chain does get dodged out, and Kadir does save his own life. Had to flash away though, so great timing on that rep pull just before the chain did have his second proc. But what this does mean with this amount of pressure, that LowLandLions do get their first dragon.
Yeah, so evening up the dragon, so at least the damage power up that they receive is equal once again. And maybe we're heading to the 20-minute mark, so it's going to mean a bit more now that he managed to equalize that one.
And Cosq playing really far up. He is aggressive. He knows, like, well, I'm pretty fat at this point. I'm sitting on a lot of AP, sitting on a total of 270, which is quite some just 18 minutes in. So he is definitely using his distortions and also his mimic distortions in order to just get a little bit of damage down. Traps do come out as well for On the Hunt. Kirai does get stunned, does get knocked up, does get hooked, and also does go down from it. Just recast, trying to disengage. Great Glacial Fissure just to slow and knock everyone up, and he does survive. And a great catch for 1nspire in his bottom lane.
I think we missed something there. Kirai popped his flash, but he didn't move an inch, I think, because he was sitting there in the turret. So after he kind of blew his flash, wow, that was a lot of damage with the Orb.
Not quite enough damage,
no.
but there is the sigil
Cosq.
from Cosq, just sniping that one. Well, maybe not really sniping, just a max range point and click, but still very well played by him. And this might allow them to go for this push on the inner turret in the bot lane.
They are quite low though. Braum only at a quarter HP and also Cosq half HP, so they are quite low, but they might be able to trade efficiently here as they have quite a big range. Well, a higher range onto the Jinx auto attack, and of course LeBlanc able to get in and out pretty quickly and get some more damage down. But they are going to back off right here, buy some more items.
Lenny just sitting in the side lanes, catching up the farm, not allowing Morsu to do any cheeky things in the side lanes himself. So Lenny just soaking up the minion wave in this mid lane right now, but Morsu will be joined in by Deathrip as well by Norb. Norb pouring out just to prepare this third push. Will it be enough though? There's the double distortion. Look at all the damage that Cosq does already. Maybe he wanted to actually commit on that one, but it would be pretty dangerous. But Cosq indeed, just by clearing that wave out, they do save the outer turret.
Yeah, he now has finished that Rabadon's death cap, of course. The percentage increase isn't too high yet because it's only his second item, but oh man, he is getting close to being able to fully burst down Deathrip, so it's gonna be a bit more.
Oh, that's awkward.
Let's just say we didn't see that one. Trying to.
Okay, I'm just going to ignore it for now then, just because you say so. It's okay. The Super Mega Death Rocket was not enough to take Deathrip down, but yeah, they do get a lot of pressure from it apparently. So maybe they're looking to get more pushes into the side lanes, and they're actually looking for a little bit of a Baron dance maybe themselves, just preparing it. Because what we've seen over this tournament is every single game had an early Baron. Like it would be contested around like the 20-minute mark already. Yeah,
but that ward is just out of range of the pink ward, so they know that they're being spotted here. And they don't have any opportunity. Ooh, taking a quick peek into that Thry bush, but out alive. But the one thing though about Deathrip blowing his summoners, they didn't actually see it because they didn't have any vision there. So they shouldn't know that he blew their summoners, so maybe Cosq will play a bit more cautious there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how long you get vision of the Super Mega Death Rocket. Now again, Cosq trying to go for the clear. Norb not in time to actually react on that one, but just because going for the engage together with Lenny. They do get a multiple man taunt. Also Kirai coming in from the side with the Void Rush, and look at how low Norb is going. The hook does miss, so that is a 1-for-0 so far. Slifer gets one. Can he get a second? No, it will be Cosq getting the second one, but a great snipe for the double kill, and he does get excited in order to dodge away from the laser, but now there is Morsu taking the revenge kill, the shutdown onto Slifer, but will he be able to get away? I mean, Poppy still quite slippery. Can they get the chain? No, they cannot get the chain, but there's the stun onto Gas. Red buff is ticking, is it enough? No, he pops the potion, does save his own life, but this does mean that LowLandLions go for the Baron.
Also trying to get another return kill, but they tried to go for the Baron, but they really don't have the damage sitting there because Jinx is gone and their tankiness isn't that good to take it on with 2-man. So, another excellent trade. I mean, Cosq getting a pretty nice double kill onto, I think it was both Deathrip as Gillis there. So well played by them. Maybe a bit risky by Inspire to force on that turret push. I mean, the thing is, with the composition that LowLandLions is running, they have so much mobility around the map because you have Kirai, Lenny, and Cosq able to TP around the map, so it's easy for them to rotate in case something is going down. And right now, they are going to set up for this Baron once more. That wall is still sitting there, and they should know it.
Yeah, they do get the pink wall this time, so they are able to spot them one out as well for that one. That's just up on the hill, so they clear that one out too. But it does get replaced by Inspired. And earlier when they tried to go for the Baron, like they didn't have Sliver, so they couldn't quite have enough damage down onto the Baron. Norb though receiving a lot of poke. He's running out of mana soon too though. There is the taunt, will not land. Morsu getting peeled off from Sliver. There's the Killstorm too, dealing quite some damage, and there's in the backline Cosq trying to get the kill, and Kirai is there too. They do manage to get one Super Mega Death Rocket. I think it just flew through, but it is a double kill nonetheless for Sliver, and Cosq taking another, just right assassinating onto Morsu, showing who is boss in this one. But Cosq trying to delay that recall, but I think he actually cancelled that auto attack animation, so did not cancel that recall. But this does mean that LowLandLions this time will be going for that Baron.
Yeah, but here comes Kadir. Can he get in there in time? He already stole one thing, but no, he won't try it. It's just going too quickly for them. They tried to force their way into that Baron pit to clear some of the pink wards that LowLandLions had put down, so they could get some control back. But Norb just took too much poke out of both Cosq and Sliver there. So no opportunity for them to actually take on that fight, and Morsu not really do that much at the moment on his Poppy.
And the Poppy power has not really shown that much 24's being finished though. We did see that one revenge kill onto Sliver earlier under the turret, but he still died for it, and I think it was an ace at that point. Now Dragon respawned, and it looks like LowLandLions will be taking the second Dragon Slayer stack, which will increase their damage onto minions and turrets, if I'm not mistaken. Cosq does receive a Nautilus ultimate, but it was Inspired not able to follow that one up. I mean, LeBlanc is quite slippery, isn't she?
Double dash away, and of course the ultimate still following after it, so it landed a knockup, but there's no way for them to follow up on it. And they were kind of setting up on in a death push, but only Cosq was showing himself. So now they have to defend this mid lane turret, and Cosq looking for the poke.
Cast trying to zone everyone out, but look at that damage from Cosq. Just a simple combo is enough to take him down. Great cocoon, but that's a Glacial Fissure onto Deathrip, and Deathrip dropping instantly from both Sliver and Cosq, but they're looking for more. Lenny is dropping down. Morsu does use the ultimate on Justicast, so he's immune to damage, but that does mean that Gevous is left alone. Or is he? Like, he doesn't quite have enough damage, only Infinity Edge, and everyone is so low on LowLandLions, but they do get 4 kills out of this. There's the teleport from Morsu, and I think this might be the surrender. Oh no, it's not quite the surrender yet. I thought maybe just blowing all the summoners, just in case the surrender does come out. Norb though, trying to go, he actually almost outsmarted Cosq there, actually going for the hook back onto the dissonance, but Kirai taking another kill, and now it's one Nexus turret down, and LowLandLions, they're starting to close this game out.
Ooh, GGs were already being called in all chat by Inspire, but LowLandLions playing it safe. They don't feel comfortable enough to stay there with such low HP, so they are going to back off here. And wow, they are picking up a whole heap of items. Luden's Echo, Ages of the Legion, Random Omen, and the Bloodthirst are being completed. So huge power spike coming up here.
And they've got a huge item lead right now. I mean, they are close to 20k ahead. It's not quite 20k, of course, but it is 17 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 16k ahead. Sorry, like maths in the morning or the early afternoon is not my strongest point. Even though it's my job, so that's quite funny. Anyway, they do got like a really huge gold lead. Just cast though. Can he get the steal? Oh, he just had to auto attack. That's all he had to do, get the red buff. But they do decide to give that over to Cosq instead, just by picking up that kill. So another great catch from LowLandLions, and it's a 5v4. They start to breach the mid lane once again. They go for the flash.
No.
Chain does miss though as well
So
for
close.
the Winter's Bite. So the minion saving Norb right there from the slow, but look at that, just one distortion dealing so much damage. Lenny also coming into the fight, and there's a super mega death play right on the base, takes him down. Glacial Fisher will catch out Gillis, but he is on the fountain still. Slifer taking down the Nexus turret. He does get another kill. Can he get the second though? That is the question. No, he cannot quite. Fountain healing people up a little bit too much. Elise going down, or will she? There's the last one, and Slifer dominating this game, and now they're looking to end off this game. Nexus turret, not the Nexus turret, the Nexus itself is on 50 HP, but it looks like LowLandLions want to have a little bit more fun, or maybe not. They do decide to end this off, and this is a 3-0 for LowLandLions, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm gonna have a second look to the production.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a 3-0, so that does mean that LowLandLions is winning this grand final of the Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality 16 LAN.
Yeah, congratulations to them, and showing it off in style here that they are the strongest team at the Reality, because they just beat them by a mile, to be honest, because they were almost 20k ahead. Pretty strong showing, kind of rough in the early game, but man, did they pull it off here.
I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get to see more games because you see LowLandLions are so solid. They have really smart drafting against Inspire, like in my opinion at least, indeed. Even adding the Rek'Sai on top of the double teleport they already have.
Yeah. Yeah, the rotations they could make were ridiculous, because every time Inspire was thinking they could make a pick, in comes Shen, in comes Cosq. Yeah, so they could respond pretty fast to any kind of play that Inspire tries to make. So they did a good job at least trying some new things. They brought out the Poppy here, brought out the Nautilus as well, which we haven't seen that much. Nautilus did a pretty good job, I feel like. He had some pretty good hooks onto Kira, for example, finishing off some kills. And well, congratulations once again to LowLandLions. They are taking away the 1,200 euros and the gear provided by Trust. So I would be very happy if I were them.
Indeed, like 1,200 for first place, second place 600 if I'm not mistaken, so still a very good spot to be in, and third place will still be played out, maybe, yes or no, but
no.
I guess we'll find out later. Anyway, a special thanks to Trust for hosting this tournament, I mean providing part of the prize pool as well for, of course, the gear, the headsets and the speakers, and I think the winners will be very happy to take the prize in hands. So guys, I thank you very much for watching. We were Gamershub. This was Kronos. My name is Gevous. Make sure to check us out on around the YouTube. We will be doing all this coverage, and of course thank you to Reality for having us on the LAN in order to cast League of Legends and also CSGO for us. I think CSGO is still going on in the grand finals, so make sure to check Gamershub B on the Twitch channel. So they are still playing. I can't quite see the score, but it looks like a really close match, so definitely check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Have a lot of fun on the Reality, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.